Attention all the student of 5th semester electrical. Today I am starting the course outcome number 2, in which I will take first learning outcome number 1. So content of this learning outcome number 1 is prepare detailed estimate with specification for non-industrial electrical installation, in which the course outcome number 2 he has given learning outcome number 4, because learning outcome number 3 is completed in the course outcome number 1. So in the sequence it is started that learning outcome number 4 of course outcome number 2 it is to be started. So content of learning outcome number 4 is given as make use of Indian electricity rule for wiring of non-industrial installation. In this we have to discuss the points that types of non-industrial installation: residential building, office building, shopping complex and commercial complex. Then wiring installation, inspection and testing as per IE rule. So these are the two bullet points are there to be discussed today in this particular lecture. So here we start with this first one, that type of non-industrial wiring. Non-industrial wiring means all those wiring which is to be carried out for the purpose of providing electrical supply to light and fan points and power points in the commercial complex, in the residential building and in the domestic building, whether they are multi-storied building or they are single-storied building. Different types of power points, different types of light and fan points, different types of decorative points, these are all to be wired with the help of this estimate. The wiring is to be done with the help of this estimate. So here today I will discuss what are the Indian electricity rule for carrying out this particular job of wiring in the non-industrial sector, in which we have to take the number of accessory or the material required for this type of wiring, in which all type of wires which are varies from 1 square mm to 2.5 square mm. Normally 2.5 square mm it is a mains wire, and 1.5 square mm it is the control wire, and 1 square mm it is used for the neutral wire. So in the domestic installation or non-industrial installation, this type of wiring is to be done with the help of this particular method which is given by the IE rule. Standard which are to be followed are like this, that there are 4 components points are required for the specification. One is height of the ceiling. Normally it is given in terms of meter, that is the 12 feet should be the height of the ceiling of the domestic houses, and in meter it comes out to be 3.6 meter. And when we go for calculation, then to avoid the fractional quantity we take all these dimension in feet. So height of ceiling it is to be given according to standards is 3.6 meter. Then height of conduit run at which we run the conduit of the wiring or the casing capping of the wiring, it is given 3.3 meter, that is about 11 feet from the ground. And then for height of the switchboard it is given about 1.5 meter, that is 5 feet from the ground. And height of the main distribution board from where we have to tape the circuits, it is given as 10 feet, which is about 3 meters. So these are the points to be taken in consideration while we design any type of wiring scheme for non-industrial installation, whether it is commercial installation or installation related with the domestic or residential type of wiring. Then one point is also here to be noted, the distance of switchboard from the corners or window or any wall or doors, it is to be taken about 2 feet from that particular side, and in the meter you can measure it in terms of 0.6 meter. So these are all the points which I have given, which are to be considered while we prepare the estimates for non-residential building. Now here there are some rules to be followed as per IE, Indian electricity rules. They are the per circuit load and the per circuit points. So per circuit load in this particular case of a non-residential building, for light and fan we have to take 800 watts maximum load on the one circuit, and number of points taken 10 points. This is for light and fan type of load which is to be given on the circuit. In case of power circuit, the load given is 3000 watt and maximum point are restricted to 2 points only. So 2 points and 3000 watt, it is the load requirement according to design for the circuit of the power. So in this particular case, the types of non-residential installation, as I have given you, that the domestic houses of 1 BHK flat, 2 BHK flat, or flats available in the multi-storied building at different floors, and commercial, in which we can go for any shopping complex and any type of mall in which the internal wiring is to be done for light and fan points and as well as for power points. So these are the standards to be followed in this learning outcome number 4. So here types of non-residential installation I have given, and what are the standards for the selection of circuit, and what are the distances to be maintained for the placing of different boards is there, which is given in terms of meter as well as in the feet. Once again I repeat the same thing. Height of MDB, it is to be taken as 10 feet. Height of conduit run, it is 11 feet. Height of ceiling, it is to be taken as 12 feet. And the height of switchboard, it is to be taken as 5 feet. So in meter if you measure, then it will respectively come height of ceiling 3.6 meter, height of conduit run 3.3 meters, height of MDB 3 meters, height of switchboard is 1.5 meter, and distance of the switchboard from the corner window and walls or doors, it is taken as 0.6 meter, which is about 2 feet. So now when we prepare the estimate, we should keep in our mind all these type of consideration, and after that we should prepare the diagram for this for the purpose of calculation. So number of points if selected according to the residential building, then we can take the example of one particular residential building in which one bedroom is there, means we consider a diagram of one particular installation of 1 BHK flat in which one bedroom is there, one drawing room is there, one kitchen is there, when one WC bath is there, and one is the open veranda is there in which we can park the vehicles. So in this particular type of installation, practically I will give the example of this for calculation purpose. The different video I have prepared for that. I will just give that video along with this video for understanding how the calculation is made for the wiring of the non-residential building. So here material required, they are calculated according to the diagram or drawing available with us, and the distances we are calculated according to that. If this work is to be done with the help of suppose CSR, then we have to take the points length in terms of meters, and there I have told you as yesterday that up to 3 meter we can take short point, medium point is from 3 to 6 meter, and long point is up to 10 meter. So extra long point is not required in domestic wiring because the installation is small. So we can go up to maximum medium point, or in the worst case we can go for long point. So what are the materials required, that we will discuss now. First material is required if you are want to go in the conduit wiring. Then there are two type of conduit, either PVC conduit or metal conduit. So this can be done by surface conduit wiring or by concealed conduit wiring. So surface conduit means it is available on the wall itself. With the help of shadle we fix up this pipe on the wall, and either PVC or the metal. Normally PVC conduits used for light and fan circuit, and metal conduits are used for power circuit. So concealed wiring, in concealed case we put the GRE in the wall, and we conceal this pipe inside the wall and plaster it. So different junction points we left on which we put the junction box, from where the tapings of the wiring can be taken. So this is the one material which is required normally in maximum case of internal wiring. Nowadays we are using conduit of metal or PVC. Nowadays PVC casing capping has been also introduced in the domestic wiring, in which people are also preferring that PVC casing capping instead of wooden casing capping. In olden type of internal wiring we use the batten wiring and casing capping wiring of wood, but nowadays these are obsolete and they are not in use nowadays. So nowadays we use only two material for the main purpose of wiring, that is PVC conduit and metal conduit, and casing capping of PVC, which is available also in different colors to match with the color of the wall. So in concealed system, maximum people go all the wiring in concealed system, that is pipe laid inside the wall with the help of GRE, and this is installed, and at different points according to design we provide the junction boxes for taping of the wire. Now second item which is used, they are insulated copper conductor. Normally copper conductors are used, and these copper conductors are insulated. They are available in different colors according to the standard. Red, yellow and blue, they are used for phase wiring, and neutral it is taken as black color, and earthing for wire use it is the green color. So insulated wire of copper normally preferred for internal wiring, because aluminum wire, their strength is less as compared to copper. So in long term there is a chances of breaking up the wires. So we are not preferring aluminum conductor in inside in the installation of the domestic wiring. We use copper conductor. So copper conductor, as I have told you, they are available in four size for internal wiring of the commercial complex or domestic buildings. They are 1 square mm which we use for neutral wire, 1.5 square it is used for control circuit, and 2.5 square mm for the power circuit, and 4 square mm used for the mainline distribution. So according to these specification, whatever type of design available, according to that we select the wire and use this PVC insulated copper wire for that. Then earth wire we use to be continuously run along with the wiring, and this is taken as 14 gauge SWG GI wire, that is galvanized iron wire, is used for earthing. This is of 14 gauge, and it is to be continuously run outside the conductor, not inside the conductor. Outside the conduit we should run the this 14 gauge wire, because when we run this wire inside the conduit, then it is sometime have due to overheating of the current flow in the earth wire due to leakage, it may melt the insulation of the phase wire and short circuit may occur in the wiring. So all the wire which are used for earthing purpose, that is normally 14 gauge wire, it is to be continuously run above the pipe, whether it is concealed or whether on the surface. You have to run the wire of 14 gauge SWG GI wire outside the conduit or the pipe. So this is a third item which is we use. Then fourth item which we use, they are the shadles. The shadles required for fixing the pipe on the wall with the help of screws. So shadles, they are available and they are normally provided according to standard at the distance of 1.5 feet to 2 feet distance. The shadles are provided on the pipe so that they are having a rigid grip of the pipe on the wall. So this is the fourth item for this. Then we go for the items required for control circuits. They are like this. Switchboards are there. First we have to select the control board. In control board we have to select the number of MCB used according to the number of circuit. Suppose in 1 BHK flat normally 3 circuits are we prepared. One circuit for drawing room, one circuit for bedroom, one circuit for kitchen, and one circuit for outdoor lighting. So there are in all 4 circuits are designed for light and fan in case of 1 BHK flat. So according to that we put the 4 MCBs for the 4 circuit on the control board. So one circuit MCB, it is rated for 230 volt 16 ampere maximum current capacity, and these 4 MCBs are controlled from one main MCB which is of 32 amperes, or in some cases it may be 63 ampere, which is available just near the sub circuit MCBs. So sub-circuit MCBs are put on the control board. This is just below the main control board. So main control board, it is having a MCB of 32 ampere or 63 ampere depending upon the load of the house. Normally 2 kilowatt load is permitted according to standards in the domestic wiring for single flat, and if it is more than 2 kilowatt then you go for 3-phase connection. So in a single phase connection we use one main control board and one MCB of 32 ampere we can take maximum, and for the sub circuits we have, if the 4 circuits are there, then 4 MCBs we use. Each MCB have the reading, the rating, it is about 16 ampere maximum. This is also when design be for the power circuit, then maximum 3 circuit for power can be taken in a domestic installation of 1 BHK flat. So one power circuit for the drawing room, one power circuit for bedroom, one power circuit for our kitchen, and one circuit for the water supply. So one circuit contain 2 points, so maximum on one circuit you can give the 2 points for power in drawing room, 2 points for power in the kitchen, and 2 point for power in the bedroom. So you can put a air cooler or air conditioner, whatever it may be, you have want to use on that. So power circuit MCB, it is of 32 ampere directly connected from the main distribution board, and this circuit run from the main distribution board, that is from the bus bar which is available near 63 ampere maximum control of the total load of the whole house, and these power circuits are radiated from this particular MDB, that is main distribution board, on which 63 ampere MCB is available. So there are 2 circuits radiated different, one for light and fan. There are 4 circuits as I have told you, and in power we have 3 circuits. So on the same distribution board we section it in two part. In one part we take power circuit, and in one part we can take light and fan circuit. So these light and fan circuits, they are further divided into four category of sub circuit. One for kitchen, one for bedroom, one for drawing room, and one for outdoor lighting. And similarly, three circuits of power, they are divided as a sub circuit of power. So power circuit 1 have 2 points, power circuit number 2 it is also having 2 points, and power circuit number 3 it is also having 2 points. So load on the power circuit we can give maximum up to 3000 watts, and in the light and fan circuit the maximum load can be given on one sub circuit, it is of 800 watts. For maximum points we can take, it is 10 points. So it is not necessary that every circuit contain 10 points. You can decide the point according to the requirement of the system, requirement of the residential building, or whatever type of building you are taking for the installation. So it is the upper limit what I have told you. This 800 watt is the upper limit, and 10 points is the upper limit for the points to be selected for this purpose. Otherwise, in actual design you will not go for 10 points. In drawing room, how much points you will take? So you can easily say, if it is a 18 by 12 feet drawing room size is there, then you can take 3 points at the ceiling, 2 fence point, and 1 for a decorative point for the Jumar and any type of decorative piece that you can suspend from the center of that particular ceiling. And then the 2 tube lights you can take in the drawing room, and 1 night lamp you can take. So normally in the 1 BHK flat, if you design for this drawing room, then you go for maximum how many point? 3 points on the ceiling, and 2 points of 3 points in the wall, 2 points for light tube lights, and 1 point for the night lamp. And on the ceiling you are having 3 points. There are 2 points for the ceiling fan, and 1 points for the center as a for the decorative fitting. So this is the minimum requirement. Otherwise people may go for number of points increase according to their budget, and people suggested, those people who are working in this field, they are normally suggested more points as compared to requirement, because their labor charge will increase and material charge also increase, and these contractors which are not working as per the IE rule, they can suggest any number of points, they do not follow the criteria. So in that case the estimate value will increase, and it is ultimately to be bear by the owner of the house. So normally if you are an electrical engineer and qualified one for doing the contractorship, then you always properly guide the owner of the house that design you should provide them according to the economical aspect of the particular type of wiring, because engineer always think in terms of economy. So whatever work is to be done for any type of client or any type of consumer, you have to go for its economical design of the system. That's why you are an engineer. Otherwise anybody can do this wiring work. So many people learn this wiring work, and nowadays many people are doing this work according to a non-qualified person, with the help of non-qualified person. And because they are not following the standards, so there will be so many problems arises in the wiring in the during their running stage. So to avoid all these type of things, I should advise that always do the work according to IE rule, and standards should be followed according to IE rule. So this is what I have given you, the number of points to be taken in one circuit, power circuit, number of points to be taken, and how much load to be taken in both the circuit, whether it is a power circuit or light and fan circuit. Apart from this, the method of wiring is also there and system of wiring is also there. So method of wiring, it is that simple conduit wiring or casing capping wiring nowadays. And methods of wiring, there are three types basically. One method is MDB method, from which from main distribution board we radiate all the circuit for power and light and fan. That is called MDB system of method of wiring. And second is the tree method of the wiring. We run one circuit from the main distribution board, and then for different circuit we tape from the junction point. That is just like a branch of tree, we can tape the circuit from the main circuit. So what is the disadvantage of the tree system? That is, whenever one circuit radiated from the main distribution board and other circuit are taped from the main circuit, then if there is a fault in any particular circuit, then whole system will become off, that is become dark, because the all circuits are radiated from one single circuit. But in MDB system, for each section of the building or each section of the house, we are giving the different circuit. So if there is a fault in a particular circuit, then the MCB of that circuit will trip and other circuit will be okay. So maximum wiring is to be done in the MDB system, and consumption of material will be slightly increased, but it is hardly matter, because the advantage is there that on every circuit at the up to last point we can get the same voltage. But in case of tree system, the last point voltage will be minimum, because it is taped from different points. So the last point of the last circuit is have the voltage problem. And say, and one problem I have already told, that short circuit occur if any circuit, then whole system become dark. So this is due to this disadvantage, tree system of wiring, tree method of wiring is not in use. But those unqualified peoples, they are for saving of the material, they are doing wiring according to tree system, and then the problem faced by the owner of the house. So this is what I suggest to you. Whenever you go for practice, then you should always adopt the MDB system of wiring for the in this domestic installation. Then third method of wiring is the loop-in system. In loop-in system, what we can do, it is in addition to the MDB system or T system. Whenever, suppose after completion of the work, and if after some time you require some more point for any particular room or place, then you can loop the neutral and phase from the existing wiring and prepare the point for that. So that is called loop-in system. So these all the three system of wiring, I will give the separate video along with this, in which you will understand all these methods, and actual estimate we should prepare according to this content of the points in the particular learning outcome number 4, that is wiring installation, inspection and testing as per IE rule. So installation, it is done according to the rules which I have told you just now. Number of rules I have told you. Now so far as testing of installation is concerned, so we have to go for two type of testing. One for the insulation testing of the wire and checking of the circuit according to standards, and third is the earthing is given properly or not. So for earthing testing, we have to use the earth tester to measure the this earth resistance. Normally for domestic installation, maximum 3 ohm resistance is permissible for earthing installation. Means the maximum resistance for the earthing system, it is 3 ohm, not more than that in the house wiring. So house wiring, the earthing should be properly done. Normally people go for the pipe earthing because it is cheaper than plate earthing, but I suggest for the domestic installation, because it is installation is to be done for permanent time, so you go for the plate earthing. and in plate earthing, that is you use copper plate earthing. This is slightly costly, but you can get exact value of 3 ohm in that plate earthing, so that whenever there is a leakage current in the system, it is immediately grounded. So testing of internal wiring, it is to be done with the help of Megger and arc tester. Megger, it will measure the insulation resistance of the wire which you have used for the wiring in the different circuit, power circuit and light and fan circuit, and for control circuit. So proper insulation should be there according to the standards given by Indian electricity rule. So this 50 mega ohm, 60 mega ohm, it is the normal range of the insulation resistance of the wire which we use for internal wiring. And earthing resistance, I have told you, it must be within 3 ohms. Okay, so proper earthing will be there. Then testing purpose is only to measure the insulation resistance and earthing resistance. Secondly, we have to go for testing of the wiring, that whether all circuits are operating properly or not. Then you also check the operation of MCB by creating a artificial fault in the wiring, and you see the time of operation of the MCBs. So MCB should be immediately tripped. In olden time, on place of MCB, we were using ordinary cutout. So cutout there takes slightly more time as compared to MCB. But nowadays, every house wiring or domestic wiring or any flat wiring in multi-storied building or any type of building, it is carried out with providing the control with the help of main MCB and sub main MCB for the sub mains. Main MCB for the mains and sub mains MCB for the sub mains. So the rating I have already given, that main MCB, it should be of 32 ampere or it may be 63 ampere in case of 3-phase connection, if it is to be given when load is more than 2 kilowatt in domestic wiring. Suppose a house is big, 2 BHK flat, in which number of points is increased, and it has 5 kilowatt load or the load is more than 2 kilowatt, then you have to go for 3-phase wiring. And the 3-phase wiring, in which each phase is divided according to design, and in that case you required 63 ampere MCB for the main control. While in case of single phase connection for 2 kilowatt, the 32 ampere MCB up to 30 volt, it will be sufficient to control the 3 circuits or 4 circuit of the 16 ampere provided for the different rooms in the single bedroom flat. So this is all about what the consideration is there for all this type of wiring to be done under this course outcome number 4. That is the preparation of detailed estimate with specification for non-residential, non-industrial electrical installation. So one particular diagram I will provide to you, in which I will give these methods in which how the calculation is there can be done, and estimate related to that I will give for you. So a simple example, I may take a classroom, that is one room in which the size may be 20 by 30 feet, in which there are total say we can consider 12 points, and we can form the 2 circuit, because in one circuit we can take maximum 10 points. So if there are 12 points in the classroom, then we can take 6 points for per circuit, and we can design for 2 circuit, one classroom design for the internal wiring estimation. So that I will take next time, in which I will give this particular problem, and how to solve it I will give that video for you. So this is all for today. Thank you very much.